exciting game coming.
Time trying to have a bit of a brawl here with iceice, but he's, as you said, once we approach the 4-minute mark, that'll be the interesting point as to whether Nigh Stalker can get into this game here. But you've, I understand correctly, you sort of know a bit more about the Teletubbies than I do. Why don't you sort of tell us a bit about their...
Oh yeah, so we have Hardboy, which I believe played their lane.
Ooh, miggL.Z going down. First blood.
Oh no, I missed the kill. So what happened there?
We had just quite a simple one. Blink up against he actually blinked onto the bottom.
We're actually having another misstep. Missed kill, should I say. And that was Nigh Stalker managing to take down the Drow. It seems like actually Drow and Rubick overextended here, and the tower aggro was on them, and then they just managed to nuke them down.
A bit of a trade because the Doom also got taken down. So we see that Wings is up on the board at 2 kills so far. We'll this Doom jump into the jungle for a second. He's going to grab one of the mud golems to grab that stun, which is always very handy. And this is going to be this. I love the aggressive tri-lane here from Wing. So good to see them sort of throwing this out. You didn't really see too much of this at Manila. It was sort of more of a kind of a thing where it was much more common, you know, like a year before. But now, I think thanks to some of the changes with the lanes, such as this pull, which iceice has just grabbed, makes it aggressive tri-lanes quite interesting. I haven't really seen them come back to sort of the powerful, I suppose you could say, common sort of stage that they were back, call it 2015, that kind of stuff. But you see every now and then.
Yeah, and it's pretty good that they rotated with up down from the mid because they kill mid off. Now they know that this Queen of Pain has a level up on bottom and can kind of dominate miggL.Z in lane. So like, okay, we've got mid down, let's go dominate top off, which is really be blink, but it doesn't get over. Clear Nigh Stalker doesn't leap up, they're catching up to him, they're start with an arrow, and it goes down to Lich's loop. So that was very fortunate. He wanted to jump over to where this is, but was a bit short.
Yeah, good smoke gank there. It's night time, as we pointed out. We're now at the 5-minute mark, so but we got a smoke in from Teletubbies there, and they're even looking to come down on this Tide. Of course, the big problem there is the Tide is a very hard hero to kill, so we'll see if they are able to jump on him. Now, it looks like they're going to go back to mid, as the bottom is in trouble once again. The Wisp is in, he grabs a Fairy Fire, going to stay alive for now, but then gets smashed up by some of the Wisp power balls there, and it actually turns around with Nigh Stalker jumping on the Quap, and Quap is a little bit of trouble, but it looks like he'll get away for now. iceice TP's in, lifts him up, and down goes the Nigh Stalker. We've even got Quap, falls down with the urn there. Wow, Blink was getting a little... I think he was looking for the Wisp and trying to get some healing from Innocence there, but wasn't able to catch up with him.
Well, it was like in a main clash that we had the Lich almost died up behind the T1, and then we had T1. But overall, the kill was even on both sides, and we're actually having maybe a little bit of the drop at top, and just
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So Rubick's a little late.
Just a little bit. But this is the good part about this aggressive tri-lane, or I suppose you could say the Drow off lane here, is that it's very good against these couple of aggressive melees. When you've got supports there, there's really not much that Teletubbies can do. We're going to need to see some rotations here. As you can see, we have the Lich coming through. The Nigh Stalker was off to the side, waiting to see what he could do, but not too much was able to happen up there. And I mean, let's forget, of course, the at that Lifestealer. He's now jumped into the jungle here. So XemistrY, is that our player? XemistrY has got some decent farm, 42 over 3, and Tide's pretty much at a similar sort of bit right now, jumping into the jungle himself. Got to be careful though, as Ike's coming across. Not really going to get much. Steals a creep, nicely done. Now we're going to have a 3-on-3 up at top.
So having Lifestealer leading in your life is probably what you want. So having your Tidehunter leading could in a very strong team fight, so that's not to be underestimated.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that you just got to be really careful of. Like, I mean, Faith Beyond is up to, he's got his arcanes, he's sort of approaching the blink. He's of course about 1,000 and a bit off getting that blink, but I mean, if he can pick that up, as we said at the top, a lot of the wing side here, they have some fantastic team fight, and if they can just get into a good position to make it happen, and you do that by having a blink, so it's going well for Wings at the moment. I mean, they're ahead on a lot of the CS. We've got them. We've got the Tide. Like while we have Lifestealer on the top, we've then got the Tide, the Quap, and the Drow. Meanwhile, for Teletubbies, they don't have too much. Meanwhile, the bottom, not to worry. So that's a Lifestealer down, 30 seconds out there, and that's not the best of situations here for Teletubbies.
Yeah, and that was really a very good job with, even though I saw that they were going to engage, they still fell behind. I realized that this estimation of DTT's talent is because of the Charlie. She's, I mean, what's this? It's just, they don't have DTT reactors.
Yeah, it's so much damage coming out. And with that Dragonlance as well, adding to the range, it adds a bit of agility and strength as well. So Dragonlance is quite obviously a really standard sort of pickup here for Drow, just because of that extra range, generally speaking, but also the extra little tidbits that it adds in are really cool for a hero that needs a bit more damage and needs a bit more strength.
Yeah, and that is a really good pick, because on the DTT side, we do have pretty, I guess, melee heroes as well as heroes, but being able to just cut that little extra just could actually make all the difference, could be out of range, for example. Really? Whoa.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But just then at level 7 he didn't have it. Is that normal? I'm not happy. Wait, we have a TDP option and can actually manage it away.
Just gets out.
Yeah, but is that normal to not skill this or just...
Sort of, like, it sort of depends how your team is doing. Like, because darkness is such a weird thing, like, it's not, I don't know if you remember, like, the old days where it was like, it was something that lasted for about 30 minutes or something ridiculous like that, whereas now, because it's such a short duration and because the cycle is quite different, it really does depend on how you're feeling, how you want to actually use it. But we do see that Teletubbies are coming in. They're actually in a very good position, because now that is a massive ravage for a cord, and then the Gust as well. Rock ulti. XemistrY's trying to find his way out of there, but I don't think it's going to happen. And Teletubbies get utterly annihilated in that little crevice there coming up the stairs from the lower rune, and that was a massive blink in from Faith Beyond. He's got his blink, he's got his neck, and he's going to lead the charge here as Wings are on the way to the bottom tier 3 perhaps, or as we mentioned, this is the problem that it opens up. It's a very easy Roshan, no chance of a TP in, so I think that Wings are just going to take this very quickly with that massive Drow damage.
That was such a game, because you saw that both teams were scanned. They scanned over here, and I'm like, okay, this is like one impact. And Wings, I guess, just DTT off the map. And kind of just did that beautiful ravage. They just went down because they managed to sandwich. Still sandwich up your hand. Yeah.
It was like, I mean, it would just really suck for Teletubbies, because it was that little corridor as well. If it was, you know, if there were perhaps a little bit more spread in like not that narrow little corridor, then the Gust as well. Like that Gust from the Drow caught them all, and that was quite huge, quite a huge part of that as well. So. Blink, Invis, he's going to scout out XemistrY. Are they going to try and jump onto him? Doom off to the side. Here comes the silence. XemistrY with the, not going to be able to rage out of this one. Down he goes. Innocence comes in as well. Doom's going to do what he can. I think he may be able to chuck. Yep, does get the Doom on Innocence, but Innocence should be fine. I don't think he's going to die from that.
Yeah, he got over time, so that was a little scary.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
One of those things, like when you pudge and you get silenced with Rod on it. It's like, oh, I don't want that. Turn it off. But well, we see another tier 1 go down, so that's 2 tier 1s for Teletubbies. They've got sort of creating a little bit more space. The problem is, as we mentioned, they've got a couple of sort of melee heroes. I'm still yet to see it best as well. I just want to point that out.
And it's actually shut. Looking for a Doom, so he just done doing a little bit of practice. They are aware that the Drow has an Aegis. Then again, Aegis is on the Drow, which I suppose he is doing all the team damage, but if you kill the team while the Aegis is spawning, what is Drow really going to do? Probably gonna ult, so that's kind of interesting. Is this arrow? Oh, yeah, that's it.
A little due to the side, a little bit of line dancing to get out of the way of that one. And yeah, it looks like Wings are going to back out for now. So they know that everybody's back up and running. Have we seen a Lich Chain Frost? I still haven't seen that either. I'm not sure where Fury Dipsy is with the Chain Frost, but we'll see it probably thrown out. Maybe he's doing careful because of the Rubick, and another big, we get the Ravage there, catches one, down goes to the bottom, back comes the Chain Frost, no Doom available for that one, and the Infest Bomb comes out, blinking off to the side is Blink, and he throws out the Sonic Wave. It looks like XemistrY's going to have to back out, and once again, DTT not having a fun time in the team fight here, and this is exactly what we were talking about at the start. It's the big team fight ultis that we have here for Wings. They're going to be easily able to take this, at least the melee racks. You'll see how greedy they are in terms of grabbing the range.
Oh, and just gonna go to team story.
Yeah, we get a little bit of lag here as Wings take down the melee and the ranged racks. They're now going to move towards the bottom. Well, it's a little bit choppy right now. I don't know if you can see that, but out comes an arrow. Does catch Blink. Blink is in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be stunned for a while, but the Doom is the targeted choice here as Wings just stick around and smash apart the Dire team, and they out with the GG as Mirana jumping in gets taken down. Drow is doing too much damage here, and that is game number 1 going the way of Wings Gaming.
Very well played by Wings. They did what they were going to play that they wanted to. They really took control of the map, the towers.